What did you overhear when someone didn't know you understood their language? My elderly neighbor thought I couldn't understand Italian. She had no idea I was fluent. I'm 23, fresh out of college, living in my first apartment. Mrs. Romano lives next door, probably 75, always perfectly dressed with that old money aesthetic you see on Pinterest. We'd exchange polite hellos in English. Her accent was thick, but she always tried. I could tell she was being careful with her words, speaking slowly. I never mentioned that my nana taught me Italian growing up. It felt like keeping a piece of her alive that no one else could touch. One afternoon, I'm on my balcony reading when I hear Mrs. Romano talking to someone in rapid Italian. Her daughter, I think, visiting from New Jersey. At first, it's normal family talk. Then her daughter starts complaining about the building, the neighborhood, wanting her mom to move to assisted living. But Mrs. Romano defends staying. She talks about her garden, her independence, how she loves watching the young people come and go. Then she mentions Il ragazzo accanto, the boy next door. Me. She tells her daughter, he's so polite, always says good morning. Reminds me of your father at that age. I watch him sometimes when he doesn't know. He works so hard, comes home tired, but always stops to say hi and check on my garden. His eyes light up when he sees my tomatoes. Her daughter sounds impatient. Ma, you can't base life decisions on some random kid being nice. But Mrs. Romano gets emotional. You don't understand. I've been so lonely since Papa died. This boy, he slows down when he sees me struggling with groceries. Yesterday I dropped my keys, and he ran over immediately. He doesn't speak much, but his eyes are kind like Papa's were. Then she says something that absolutely shatters my heart. I've been learning English phrases just for our conversations. I practice in the mirror every morning. How is your day? Beautiful weather today. I want to talk to him more, but I'm embarrassed of my accent. What if he thinks I sound foolish? Her daughter softens. Why don't you just speak Italian? Maybe he knows some. Mrs. Romano laughs sadly. Cara mia, these American kids don't learn Italian anymore. And even if they did, why would they want to talk to an old woman about her stories? But then she admits something that makes me grip the balcony railing. Sometimes I pretend he's my grandson. I cook extra sauce and imagine bringing it to him, but I get too nervous. What if he thinks I'm a crazy old lady? What if he's just being polite and doesn't actually care? Her daughter asks what she really wants, and Mrs. Romano's voice breaks. I want to tell him about Papa, about how we came here with nothing but hope. I want to teach him to make real marinara like Nonna taught me. I want to share my stories before I forget them all, before there's no one left who remembers. The next morning, I see Mrs. Romano watering her plants. She's moving slowly, looking exhausted and smaller somehow. I walk over to the fence and say in Italian, Buongiorno, Signora Romano. Your garden is the most beautiful thing in this neighborhood. She drops her watering can. Her hand flies to her heart. Tuesday, parli Italiano? She whispers, eyes wide with disbelief. My Nonna taught me. She came from Napoli just like you. Mrs. Romano starts crying, happy tears streaming down her weathered cheeks. I heard you yesterday, I continue gently, and I would be honored if you teach me to make marinara. I miss cooking with my Nonna more than I can express. That was 6 months ago. Every Sunday, I go to Mrs. Romano's kitchen. She teaches me family recipes while telling stories about her late husband, about Italy, about raising kids in America. The best part is that she never ended up moving to assisted living, all because of our bond. Her daughter visits more now, amazed at how much happier her mom seems.